Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Netflix documentary called Making a Murderer regarding Steven Avery. Just a spoiler alert, if you are watching this, I will be saying some things that happen in the show that you may not want to hear if you do want to end up watching it. So all I'm going to say about it is that it's a show about a man who was wrongly convicted for a crime and spent 18 years of his life in prison for it, and that's where I'm gonna end. That's it. So watch it. It's super amazing. Basically, the first episode they do show Steven Avery leaving prison finally because they proved he was guilty for the first crime. And then after that he spent I think 2-3 years free, and then he is accused of a murder, and he is put on trial for the murder of Teresa Halbach. I don't want anybody to like hate me for saying this, but I really don't think he did it. The state of Wisconsin definitely had it out for him. You can see by all the footage that they show you how something fishy is going on, and the evidence is not even there to back it up. Like, for the murder of Teresa Halbach, they claim that she was shot and then burnt. They did find some of her remains inside a burn pit in the Steven Avery property, but there was no blood in the shed that was found, and it was like impossible for him to actually clean it up. There was so much stuff everywhere. I'm like, how would he have even done it to clean it up? And then supposedly his I believe it's his nephew who helped him like kill Teresa Halbach, but the poor kid basically got convinced by the cops that if he confessed to it, that he would be let out and like nothing would happen to him. So if you look at the tape of Brendan, that's his nephew, you see how he's so, like, he's not even sure about what he's saying himself. Like, you can tell that it's not a real confession. And one thing that they did say in the show that I found super interesting was a lot of times a confession is not the truth, and cops want to hear a confession more than they actually want to hear the truth. They just want someone to say they did it so it's, you know, out of the way. I watched this show with my mom, and she got pretty obsessed with it. She really wanted to know what happened, and she was really hopeful that the trial would turn out well for Steven and all of that. So as I said, I'm giving spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, like, I'm really sorry, but I did mention before. So how it ends, unfortunately, is that Brendan and Steven Avery are both staying in prison. Steven Avery is for life, and Brendan Dassey, I believe they said he could be out for early release, and he'd be like 50 years old for something he didn't do. It's very sad. You know, obviously it is important to find whoever murdered Teresa Halbach, and I'm sure the family wants to know too, but I don't think he did it, you know. And a lot of people didn't think he did it either. When the jury was deliberating, there was a jury who was excused due to family emergencies, and he actually spoke in the documentary, you know, about how I think like 70% of the people were saying that he wasn't guilty, and that just proves that there's some people who went in there who were biased, who believed he did it already and just wanted him to go to jail. And I don't know, like, it's not fair to him, and even the judge already thought he did it. You know, when you have everybody believing you did it, then that's just not right. Even Brendan Dassey's lawyer was the first one, because they had a couple. The first one, he believed that his own client like committed the crime. You're supposed to believe your client did not commit the crime. I just want to know how Steven Avery got all these girlfriends while he was in jail. Like, I'm not saying, you know, it's not a good catch. I'm sure he's an awesome person, but I don't know, most people have a really hard time finding people, and we're not stuck between bars. So just want to chat with Steven Avery, ask him about that. But yeah, it is a really good show. It's just one season. It ends basically by showing where they're at, like to this day, like in 2015, like end of 2015. You know, I really hope that there's a second part to it. Like, you never know. If I know that the last part of the season was talking about how Steven didn't have a lawyer anymore because he didn't have any money because he used it all for his trial, and he was basically going through all the documents and trying to find a way to prove he was innocent. So whether or not you actually saw this and you just watched this video to the end and now you know what happens, watch it anyway. If you have any comments about the show, put your opinion down below. Nothing mean. You're allowed to have your opinion about whether or not you think they're guilty or not, but I don't want any mean comments down below. You know, it is hard for Teresa's family and for the Avery family as well, so yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video, this kind of sit down chat video, but I do really recommend that show. It is really interesting, really educational as well. The episodes are about, I think, 40 to an hour long-ish, so you do need to give yourself a little time, you know, to watch it, but I definitely recommend it. So thanks for watching.